Hi, I'd like to welcome Gillian Williams of Hatherlow HR and Training. Thanks for joining us today, Gillian.
Thanks, John. Hello, everybody. Hello, John, and thank you for inviting me to talk about Hatherlow HR and Training.
That's a pleasure. It's got some vital information for us. So tell us, how has the current situation changed your business?
Well, HR is all about the relationship between the business and the employees. And personally, since March, I've moved from working mostly face-to-face to working from home. And really, this changes the dynamic in the relationship. So like lots of people, I've had to adapt to different technologies very quickly. I was a bit unsure at the start, however, it's been really successful. For example, I had a coaching session with a client in New Zealand last week, and it was like talking to someone in the same room. There was no delay on the line and a clear picture. So the HR side of the business has been extremely busy. The training in March, initially it just stopped. Again, it was that face-to-face factor, because most of the training I was delivering was classroom-based. Now the training's picking up again, but in a different format. So I've converted some of our shorter courses to webinars, and I've added a couple of new ones. And I've found that training can still be really interactive online. For example, you've got voting buttons, you can put your hand up, and there's an opportunity to ask questions. And I found by limiting sessions to an hour, that's long enough for people to focus on a screen. And delegates said they prefer to have a couple of shorter sessions, and it also means that they can fit the training more easily into their day.
So what sort of training are companies looking for?
Well, we are in a different situation. So I'm finding that as well as those business as usual topics, that managers and business owners are looking for one-to-one coaching, particularly around topics such as managing remote teams and managing change. I'm also finding that people are saying to me, working from home is working for a lot of people, where before people were saying, oh, work from home, and people don't put the effort in. So I've been helping clients to assess how they might continue to do that in the longer term. And also, on the other side, some businesses are having to make difficult decisions about whether they can continue to employ all of their staff. So in that respect, the coaching crosses over onto the specific HR advice, as clients are finding there's a lot of information out there and it can be really confusing. So it's not just about managing the current situation, it's also about managing the everyday people issues. So it's important that businesses continue to manage their staff and they don't avoid those difficult conversations, because we all know if something isn't nipped in the bud, it can really quickly escalate. If a conversation is important, it needs to take place now, preferably by video. Don't wait until your staff are back in the office.
You mentioned a point there about lots of information, and that's the sole point of these interviews, is the fact that we're getting this good information from people that we know, local people that we know. So what are your top tips for managers and business owners right now?
Well, top tips, it's all about motivating and engaging your staff, but at the same time reassuring them about their safety. Whatever the situation, there's uncertainty about the long time, but it's a longer term, but it's about getting people to focus on now and what can be controlled. I mean, it may mean you have to make changes to your employee contracts, to your policies and procedures to make sure you can run your business effectively and really be prepared for what might happen. If I'm going to summarize my top tips, I'd say number one, it's consult. Staff won't want to come back into the workplace if they don't have trust and confidence in you. So listen to what they've got to say, give them an opportunity to ask questions, and make sure you respond. So the key word is trust, and that means communicate, communicate, communicate. The second one is lead by example. So give people clear direction and guidance, be a role model in everything that you're doing now, and when you get back into the office or into your workplace, think about social distancing, think about hygiene, hand washing, and know that people are watching exactly what you do. And the third one, and just as important, is about be kind. It's about being kind to your staff and being kind to yourself. It is an unprecedented situation. And my advice is not to underestimate the different impact this has on each person, and try to see life through their lens as well as through your own.
Gillian, some fantastic tips. We're all going through our own different set of issues. So thank you very much for joining us today. Your contact details are on the screen and some valuable stuff. So thank you very much again, Gillian.
Thanks, John. If anybody does want to talk to me about anything, please give me a call. It's my job to help you be successful in what you do.